I viewed special offerings in the past as often a necessity, whether it be for a specific project or just to bring light to a specific fund. I think sometimes, whether you get new people or whether people don't think much about a fund that we have, such as the Nehemiah Fund, doing a special offering is a good way to bring light to that fund, what it's used for, and why it's important to give.
Well, special offerings have never been really a problem with me. When the church needs something, it needs to have that need met, and if it's through giving, monetary giving, then I think that's what we need to do.
I think facilities are very important to the work of the ministry. People usually make a decision based on first impression. So we have a first impressions ministry where people see the members of our church, but they're also going to be looking towards what our building looks like. And I think we want to provide a visually appealing building that will encourage new people to be enticed to come to our church.
The facilities that we have should attract people of all ages. It should be something where it can be used, not just on Sunday and Wednesday, but used all the time. And it should be kept as good as possible and as neat as possible, because it's important. It may be the first look that people have concerning Christ, and if they see something that's out of place, broke down, or torn up, it doesn't present a good view of how we think of God and what we do.
My wife and I, my family, we will be praying for sure, trying to make sure we make a spiritual decision on what the right value is to provide as a gift for the special offering. And many years ago, we in a situation just like this, somebody made light of what the Nehemiah Fund was. So at that time, we actually prayed and made this decision financially to give on a regular basis as well. So that's something that we've continually done through the years, is given to Nehemiah on a regular basis.
Well, it should be a sacrificial gift, so the one thing we shouldn't be as concerned with as our spiritual giving is what God would have us to give. If He requires something more than what we feel comfortable with, I know He's going to provide, so we should give what God lays on our heart to give.
We pray about it individually, and then we come together on it and talk about it.
I think the way a special offering goes, as far as how well we do, can either provide a discouragement to the church or an encouragement to the church. So I think it's important to definitely pray and make a strong spiritual decision to what we think financially is the best thing to do, as it could have a lasting impact for the next few years on how this church operates.
I think that the different experiences we've had with giving and like the Nehemiah Fund or our previous church, the Jehovah Jireh Offering, it's always been a special time to see how God works in the life of believers and in the life of the church. So I go into it thinking that God's really going to do something big for us and for the church. So I think that it's always a great day when we have these special offerings.
It's a blessing. It's a big blessing to us to be able to share and to give to God's work.
I think it's important for kids to understand why we give and what we give to. So anytime that we've done a special offering and started a special project like the bathrooms, we make it a point to explain to our kids what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what it takes to be able to do a project like that. So yeah, I think in preparing for the Nehemiah Fund and for the special offering, obviously prayer is the most important. Having a conversation, husband and wife, or just again individually praying think it's important to make sure you truly think about, what the right value is for you to provide, or also, whether it would be a wise decision for you to give, on a regular basis to the Nehemiah Fund.